Hello, everybody, and especially hello to my co-host, No Future. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, Jesse. How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. It's been a busy week here at Pixelcraft Studios. We've been prepping multiple releases here for the end of the year. Everything going live, supported on the Geist Network, Layer 3. And I wanted to start the show with a shout out to Geist and everybody working hard building out that chain. And these friends at ours, Alchemy, that have helped do that, we just crossed 5 million transactions on the layer 3 known as Geist. So not too bad, not too bad at all. So GM to everybody that's on Geist, all the members, remember if you want to get on Geist, you are more than welcome. But if you want all the rewards, all the full Geist experience, it is the world's first members only blockchain. And you're going to need a membership. So you can do that. The good news is by hanging out with Aavegotchi gang. That's the best way to do it. Hop in our Discord, make some friends. For this Saturday, we're going to have our launch party of the Gotchiverse, and that's another great way to hop in and make friends. No download required. You're going to go to Aavegotchi.com. You're going to see a big promotion for the party, and you can hop in and you can start following and being followed by other Gotchi gang live in this Gotchiverse 3D world. So it's going to be a really good time. We got a busy week that we're right in the middle of. And just wanted to shout out that in the midst of all these releases and work, we've got some milestones on Geist being crossed. You can follow along on the Mainnet Explorer here that's on screen. And you can see over 5 million total transactions, 14,000 wallet addresses. I see the inbox on the mailing list for Geist. I'm privy to how that's filling up, and it's just every hour, every minute of every day, it's like there's another email sign up. So it's really cool to see that incoming. Follow on Geist if you want to know more about it. If you're hearing of this layer 3, just go to @PlayOnGeist on X. It's a great place to get started. And so I've been juggling a bunch of stuff this morning for the Reckless release. We'll get into that today too. The big Aavegotchi game launching on base later today, literally hours away. We'll have some alpha on how that rollout is going, and make sure you get in on the big tournament with the prizes. And it's really just a fun, easily accessible game that we're going to play all through this week on base. So that's what's kind of going on over here at the studio. No Future, you got back from Miami Art Basel. I know you're working multiple programs and in crypto and a couple of different live streams. But what's been the highlight of your week so far, and Aavegotchi or otherwise?
Yeah, I've still been playing a little bit of Reckless. I never closed the tab when the tournament was live. I'm doing what Light Piglet did, so I'm still able to jump in every day and just kind of practice. And I still can't get past the first boss. I got to work on my technique. But Light Piglet's been giving me notes on how to get past the first boss, so I've been doing that. And then I've contributed, I think, like 150 of those transactions on Geist because I have over 300 wheel spins. So I've been spinning the Gotchi wheel, trying to get those Gotchi points ahead of the TGE. That's been a focus. I'll probably do I'll try to do 200 spins on Saturday, but probably not. We're going to be in the Gotchiverse, so I should probably focus on that. Just been having fun and doing my little channeling and having a good old time.
That's great. And Goobs, I don't know if we have any visuals of the wheel handy, but we can just go to the website directly and show people. But this is great. So No Future, you're accumulating points for the Gotchi TGE that will go live about 70 days from now. So there's still plenty of time. You're still early. You want to get in and start accumulating your points. There's only two ways to do it. There's a tokenomics allocation for people that are burning the existing 4 ERC20s on Polygon from the original Legacy Gotchiverse game. Those are the FUD FOMO Alpha Keck Alchemica tokens. You can burn those and instantly transfer those into Gotchi points, get your balance up real quick. And then from there, you can play games like Gotchi Guardians and this Saturday's Gotchiverse game. And if you participate, you earn badges, and those badges get you spins. And that's what No Future's talking about here. You've been going through and doing your spins. With each spin, you're getting usually somewhere between, low end, a couple hundred points, up to a potential very rare but potential 50,000 point spin. So you're probably averaging out with like a 1,000 points a spin, something like that. So yeah, up only, right? No future. There's no way to lose points. That's the good news.
Yeah, I haven't hit the 50K one though. I'm waiting for that.
I've seen some people, they've spun quite a bit, and they're like, oh, any day now, gonna get it. And it's cool because it's all on chain. So like if you're nerding out, you can actually follow the spins. It's all very transparent and see how the points are going out. So I saw somebody in the Discord, maybe it was Decoder Dan, talking about, hey, congrats to whoever got the most recent 50,000 spin. We could see on chain that somebody got it. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, this program continues. There's a bunch of new badges with the Gotchi Guardians release. Big patch there. We'll talk about that. And we'll go through a little bit of all that. So maybe before we get to the big three kind of topics today, Guardians and Reckless and Gotchiverse, maybe we could start with talking about the fact that this is the end of the year. This will be our last show for the year. We'll be on holiday this time next year or next week. And so we want to wrap up the year by also just looking around, take a high level look at the entire Gotchi gamers and builders ecosystem. There's a lot of great builders out there building Aavegotchi games right now that will eventually be going live and integrated into Geist, the layer 3, and also the player profile system built on Geist. So you'll be able to get these badges and farm all kinds of really cool rewards. So those we're talking about games like Dropped, Stratagotchi, Gotchi Battler has a tournament going as we speak. I think registration is still open. So let's go through those one by one and see where they're at and make sure everybody's aware of this. We'll start with Gotchi Battler. Goobs, if you can throw some visuals up, we can see what is Gotchi Battler. This is the idle battler with the biggest prize pools. You don't have to own Gotchis. You can borrow Gotchis. But we are in the midst of the first of 3 major tournaments, each tournament worth 100,000 ghost in prizes. So we're in the first of those tournaments right now, and there's 2 more that will take place starting in January. So this is a great time to get involved with Aavegotchi and access some very significant prize pools. No future, you've got a couple teams playing in this tournament, right?
Yeah, I signed up two teams so far. And friends, just remember, registration's open. You have to register before Monday, December 23rd at 4 p.m. UTC, which I believe is 10 a.m. Eastern on Monday. So I jumped the ship. I was like, we're doing this now before I forget, because I missed out on the test tournament for 2,000 die, which just recently ended. So my 2 teams are in. I can't tell you if they're going to do well. I feel like I made decent teams, but I have to get more into the weeds on like the build of teams, like because I know there's like a lot of nuance to how to build a team where your team can be relatively weak and still beat much stronger teams if you build your team well. So there's a lot of like big brain thought that goes into this.
Yeah, big brain or small brain. If you're like me, the last tournament I participated in, I have to admit I didn't put a ton of research into it. I was just, hey, I own enough Gotchis, so I'm gonna deploy them and see what happens. And it was fun. Like I was just kind of moving things around like chess pieces on a board, and I made it pretty deep into the tournament, surprisingly, at least with one of my teams. Granted, there's some pretty beefy Gotchis, but still, strategy or not, you can have a good time with this. And I did farm some rewards from it. So the last thing about this is how to get involved. Gotchi Battler has their own website. Go to gotchibattler.com. That's a great way to do this. If you're unsure, can't write that down right now, you can always just go to aavegotchi.com, go to the game center. Right along the top, there's the game section, and that directory shows you all the Gotchi games that are currently live. So that's a sure bet. You know, if you want to get into the gaming side, this is how to spend your holiday right here. So yeah, very cool. Happy to see Gotchi Battler with its latest version. A lot of quality of life improvements. They are introducing an item shop in this tournament. So if you've played in previous rounds, this one will have a little bit more depth, a little bit more strategy going on. And I'm excited to see how that plays out. And yeah, hope to see you in the tournament, friends. Again, 100,000 ghost tournament. That's a lot, because we're talking about over $100,000 then in terms in paper money terms. All right, let's keep it cracking here. So what's the next game that we want to kind of do an end of the year review with. Let's give some love to maybe Dropped. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll give some love to Dropped. Dropped is one of the DAO-funded games. They, in terms of their end-of-year statement, they have like their roadmap that they're working towards the game launching in the second version early next year. And I'll read a statement from Oliver Spoon, one of the teammates working on it. It says, "It's been a wild year going from our humble little demo built in Phaser to a stacked-up alpha build in Unity." If you're looking like they've done a lot of things to improve it, and they have the high level points on their roadmap, which I'll go through right now, which have been delivered or will be by the end of this year, including all hand items are weapons with abilities, with 7 weapon classes total. All wearables have buffs. All destructible objects are implemented now in the game. There are 11 new enemies, new buildings, and NPCs being added every day to make that playing experience more robust. This is a dungeon crawler game, so you go deeper and deeper. You get to meet new friends and enemies. The Web3 integrations are complete, and you can play with your Gotchi, which is huge because you can see my 3D version of the Gotchi. This guy's going to be, he has the miner hat. He's ready to go into the dungeons. 2 biomes were completed, and there's a post that you can check out on X, like highlighting that. Ecto, formerly Sea Ghost, merchant is complete. That's another Web3 integration that's happening within the game. The new website will be live soon, and they have the Gauntlet, which is a new super challenging game mode that is live and you can play with. I'll read a statement from the team. This is their end of year statement. We'll be hosting a big cash tournament as soon as we iron out some of the remaining major bugs. The tournament will mark the completion of the alpha phase of Dropped. We intend to propose our beta to final launch proposal during that time. We have some exciting plans in the pipeline on how to bring more depth, polish, and lore to Dropped in the coming year. We are also very eager to share with the community our refined go-to-market strategy and plans for revenue generation. Our strategy should be able to capture a large chunk of revenue straight away. The date for that particular launch would be summer 2025. Thank you all for supporting us on this journey so far, from the very humble demo all the way to launch. We are so grateful to have your support. We want to build the very best indie game in the Web3 space, and this is coming from Oliver Spoon and the Drop team.
Very well said. Very bullish. So excited for what they're building here, and the latest updates they've been pushing. You can follow them on X. Some of the videos that were going on the screen earlier, there's some brand new power moves and different abilities being unlocked. It seems like I didn't see those in the earlier versions. So they're definitely cooking. If you're looking for this type of game genre, Dropped is going to be so much fun. These guys know exactly what they're building. They love what they're building, and it shows. So can't wait to see this go super live. And how about you, No Future? You're probably playing like somehow you hack in and play all these games early, so you probably have more alpha than any of us. But up to you.
Yeah, actually, I want to correct myself. The Gauntlet Challenge happened in October, so it's over. But yeah, you could have played, and they had a bounty pot of $1,000 for the serious gamers. So you should definitely go look at the Dropped X account and jump into their Discord, because they do have availability if you want to test the game and play and get in there a little early and play around. I'm waiting for the demo to go back live so I can jump in and just get to dungeon crawling.
Great. Maybe we could throw that up there on the screen too. If you're on X, follow them at Play Dropped, DROPT. Such a clever name, Dropped. No EDs. EDs are out. Soft ending on the T should be a T. All right, so Dropped is looking great. Love where that's going. Next, we've got Mecha Gotchis. And if you guys were at last weekend's Gotchi Hangout, that the first hour every Saturday morning in the US or midday in Europe, we do the first hour as a hangout, and the second hour is the DAO hour, more formal, more focused on very specific votes. And here you can see from footage from that DAO hour. Thrax and his team showed off what they've been building, which is Mecha Gotchis. And this has been developing for some time, but this is I haven't played it in a while. It's been under construction, and it was really cool to see this just kind of. I don't even think they were planning to demo it at the DAO hour, but it just kind of happened, and everybody jumped in, and it's looking good, right? No Future, were you able to play that day? I was unable to join because I had to jump off. just before they started.
Yeah, I didn't play in this when they played during the DAO hour because I'm a new facilitator. So I was focused on just let's get the recording for everybody and make sure the stream goes well. But yeah, I had a bit of FOMO watching everybody basically shoot fire and flames at each other and just go to battle. The game's looking great, and I'm excited for it to actually go live.
Yeah, yep. And just so everybody's like, well, what is it? You can kind of tell looking at it. It's a first-person shooter, kind of free-for-all, last mech standing. Your cute little gotchis get to take over these massive mech units and battle it out in a really cool kind of, almost I would say, dystopian, futuristic version of the Citadel. Very, very cool. Lots of references to Gotchi lore. You can see visually a lot of Easter eggs, but basically just really cool combat. I got a couple notes here from the devs to pass on. So, they just point out some really interesting things, like the mechs have limb-specific health. So, before the match, you kind of arm your shoulders and your arms with different options of weapons that you unlock, and then you could lose those arms and get disabled weapons through damage. So it's quite specific on. There's some strategy there. Mechs can also sprint and fly for short periods, but running, flying, and weapons generate heat. So watch your meters so you don't burn up. And they have been doing a lot of playtesting. You can join the Mechagotchi's Discord and get involved with that. They are giving out rewards and early adopter collectibles for doing so, like the shiny silver mech skin for participation. And I imagine there'll be some lift on this, but when this game goes live on Geist, I bet a lot of this stuff will be taking the form of on-chain assets. So call it an NFT or whatever you want, but a lot of those skins, collectibles, rewards, those will be on-chain and probably trading in our marketplace. So very cool to see the community rallying around this game, battle testing it. And the last note on this is that future updates aim to add mech customization, integration with player profile, loot boxes, and an item shop for the in-game economy. So the other feature I'm really excited about is co-pilot mode, where a second player can repair damage and handle defense while the primary mech operator is engaged in battle. So really cool little co-op mode option there, and pretty excited for it. Thrax, after the playtest, said, "We recently just had the smoothest playtest yet and are aiming to launch a wider XP event pending a couple of bug fixes." So I would imagine with holidays upon us, the XP event would probably be in January, and something for everyone to look forward to. So shout out to the mech builders, and glad everyone had such a good time last weekend playtesting this. All right, we got another game that's been really making strides. Visually, it's also very distinct, and that is the voxel-based game Aavegotchi. No Future, you've played a good bit of this game. What's the latest on them? And we reached out to get kind of an end-of-year wrap-up from them. What'd they have to say?
Yeah, so they ran a November competition, which went great, with over 500 ghosts and prizes for players. So if you were playing the game and kind of stress testing it along with the team, you had a chance to win some ghosts, and some friends did get involved and actually won. We have a statement from the team saying, "We're focused on the next phase of Aavegotchi, empowering our community with NFT-driven tools for user-generated content. Our aim is to make the game more engaging for both creative and competitive players, offering meaningful opportunities to play, create, and earn. We're thrilled for what's ahead in 2025 and look forward to sharing more soon." This comes from Lagan, who is part of the Aavegotchi team. We also should look out for a funding request, a proposal to the DAO from Aavegotchi. They had one that did not meet quorum. It was in favor, but didn't reach quorum more recently. So it will probably be resubmitted very soon. So make sure that you go and vote to fund or on this funding proposal from Aavegotchi team to the DAO. It's also just like, oh man, the visuals on this look so great. There's a clip that we see, you can see Coder Dan is like a boss in the game, and it just looks, the voxel style here just looks amazing. It's just a different look for our gotchis beyond just the pixel or even this 3D version that you're seeing of me right now.
Yeah, it totally works, right? He's done such a good job. Lagan, my first impression meeting him was before Aavegotchi launched, and he was an artist first, right? First time I heard his name was through the Fake Gotchi's art platform. He's got some gorgeous fake Gotchis art if you're looking to collect some crypto art. FakeGotchis.com. That's your holiday gift right there to yourself. And there are some great lagging pieces. But a lot of his art, he's very talented because it's not all voxel all the time. And then when he popped up building Stratagotchi and applied his artistic instincts to this game and using voxels as a format, it's pretty mind-blowing. I think it speaks for itself. It's really well done. So can't wait to play more of this. Shout out to the Stratagotchi team, and just a little alpha there. It's very early alpha, lowercase a alpha, but to credit to him, he reached out. We've been talking, Pixelcraft and him, about making sure his game Stratagotchi is able to launch on Geist in the way he envisions it is. So like just understand what's possible and kind of pushing the envelope. Like he requested, he'd love to make sure that the in-game items you earn in his game could also be deployed and used in the Gotchiverse. How cool would that be? More interoperability beyond just the Aavegotchis themselves. And so there's some technical considerations there, and it feasibility analysis that has to be done, get their devs to meet our devs, let our people talk to their people kind of thing. But generally that's something we all agreed we want to do, and super excited that he's like very proactive in trying to make that happen. So I would imagine there'll be some items you win next year in the Stratagotchi game that will be supported, and maybe you can use it to decorate your land parcel or as a power-up or some other form in the Gotchiverse. Very happy to see that kind of compatibility. So we're going to work towards that, see how it goes, but those conversations are happening, and I think that's got to happen first. Cool. So I think there's a lot of Gotchi games being developed. This is not a exhaustive list. There are more, definitely more happening. But one more I think we got some visuals on and we talked to is the sandbox experience of Aavegotchi, which is live in season 4 of the sandbox right now. So alpha season 4, you can go to the Aavegotchi base camp in the sandbox, and the GFA team, the Gotchi French Army, have done an incredible job recreating and creating the Gotchiverse in another voxel-based game, the Sandbox. And it's live now. There's multiplayer, there's rewards, and if you recall, we did a snapshot collaboration with Sandbox, so you can literally play with your actual Gotchi. If you don't own a Gotchi, that's also fine. Sandbox definitely doesn't mind, so you can play and enjoy that game so many ways. But that's live now too. So shout out to Sandbox, great partner, and the Gotchi French Army for making it a reality. You guys have done a great job. Okay, so those are all in development. I don't think we have any other games to shout out right now. Not prepared for that, but no future. One check-in with you. Is there anything we're missing there?
I don't think so. There are other games that are in development, but very, I know we have Grid Gladiators, but that's like currently just got new funding. So that one, there's no update from them currently. We have the Gotchi Battleverse game, which shout out to White Ranger, the Polycade. That's in development as well. And yeah, I mean, we could shout out the Polycade. We're going to hopefully be seeing that at ETH Denver. I just got my tickets settled for ETH Denver. We're ready to basically, as the DAO throw down, since the Gotchi greeters were funded, we're ready to rep at ETH Denver again and really put all these DAO funded games and the Pixelcraft funded games on display for the rest of everyone in crypto to watch and play.
That's awesome. Yeah, the Polycade is such a nice, not even nice is not the right word. It is a really ambitious, really cool hardware experience for Aavegotchi fans. And I can't wait to play on one of those, get my hands on one here as soon as possible. But it sounds like ETH Denver will be the place to be. We're going to go big at ETH Denver as usual. Probably be our, like I said, it's bucket list level this time, because we're going to have those Polycades, those arcade units playing all the Gotchi games. You're going to have to find the Aavegotchi booth and come by and hang with us. So glad you got your ticket, No Future. That's good news.
Yeah, I was early this year. Sport DAO members, I just had to apply, and yeah, success.
Heck yeah, that's fantastic news. Very good. I'm a Sport DAO member. I better guess you need to stake your Sport coin, right? Is that how you did that?
Yeah, I staked it 2 years ago, so it's been in there. They actually did an airdrop, I think, to Spork DAO staked holders. It wasn't for much, maybe a few pennies or something like that. But yeah, it was an easy process to just apply since I'm already staked up, and it's still early enough that you're not going to get hit with a long wait list. So if you're considering going to ETH Denver, sign up now. It's probably the best move.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah. If you guys have some coin, whatever, you should look into it. That seems like no future. You got to approve fast. That's good. All right. Let's turn to the big three. So everybody's like, where's this Reckless tournament, right? Are we doing Reckless, the side scroller? Are we doing it or not? The answer is we are definitely doing it. And it's going to go live later today, hopefully over your lunch break. So the team, I'm literally, while we're live on air, like checking in as the devs push final updates here. And we were going to go live last week, if you recall, and there was a little bit of a couple of things. There was a minting aspect we wanted to include. Ultimately, we decided we'll save that for the full release, which comes next. This is the base exclusive level that's going live today. And the minting will go live later next year when we release the other levels, the rest of the game. But this base exclusive experience also has the on-chain leaderboards, and you're going to be able to play this for the next, from today through the weekend. We're going to go live, and it is a 3-day tournament, an endless runner. See how far you can run, how far you can survive, and climb that leaderboard. And the leaderboard's based on your blocks, so it's all about your distance. And yeah, like I said, 5,000 ghost reward pool. And we also have a ton of those Gotchi spins we talked about that will go to the top 100 on this leaderboard. Same for the 5,000 ghosts. The top spot on the leaderboard will earn 1,000 ghosts and like 50 spins. And it goes down from there. You can see it all at the Reckless website, which will be going live here in the next couple hours. And yeah, it's going to be great. So I will see you on that leaderboard. This game is so addictive. I think the hardest part is the boss battle, but there is a method to the madness. So no future, can you share any of your strategy there? Is it duck and weave basically?
Well, I was watching the video that you had on screen, and I'm like, oh, that's the alpha. I need to hop as he tries to strike me. Someone else was like saying try to force the boss off the screen, but you can see it here. Like if you time your hops, you're gonna do well. I have not been able to save the Gotchi in the cage yet, but I guess I'm gonna have to give it a try once it's fully live. Yeah, shout out to Light Piglet. He's been dropping that alpha on how to play best. He's also #1 on the leaderboard to my dismay. So we got to get that leaderboard shooken up so I can try to launch. But also, I just saw you were in your Gotchi was in one of those cages, so we're gonna be saving you too.
Please help. They got me. Yeah, there's like over 25 unique Gotchis that could theoretically be unlocked. I will be very impressed if anybody gets all 25 unlocked. They put the work in and captured 25 of the most famous Gotchis you may recognize, and you got to get them out. But yeah, once you kind of figure out how to fight the boss, he does get progressively like trickier with each time you meet him. But once you get it down, no future, I think you'll be able to go through 3-4 bosses. That's what I've seen the furthest so far. But there's actually 25 of them out there, so props to whoever can get that done. And there's some super godlike Gotchis at the end if you can actually unlock them. It's actually pretty crazy. So you don't get to take them home, but you get to set them free. That satisfaction. So yeah, it's gonna go live here pretty soon. Let's see what Thrax says. Oh, I think this was in reference to earlier about the Mecha Gotchi game, but yeah, that's cool. So yes, this will be going live in a couple hours. Let me think. What do you need to know? The game's been in development for over a year. It's going live on Base. You will earn Ghost rewards. Ghost is trading on Base, GHST token, if you don't know what I mean when I say Ghost. And yeah, lots of Gotchi spins. And then separate from like freeing up the Gotchis, which is more of just like narrative, you do unlock 12 different skins as you collect the base gems. So there's a lot of cool skins for your character to unlock. That's where you see people throwing the guitars, throwing the pickaxes. Those are different skins being unlocked. So this game's got a lot going for it. This is the first time it's going to be kind of publicly available, strictly as a base exclusive experience. I hope you all enjoy it. And the tournament's for 3 days. It will end exactly at the start of the Gotchi Gang Hangout, Saturday, 2 p.m. UTC. I think that's 9 a.m. Eastern time in the U.S. So it's gonna be the exciting conclusion will be right as we're taking the stage in the Discord. So this Saturday, come out, hang out with us. We'll be in the Discord. We'll hop on the stage. We'll see that leaderboard completed, and good luck to you all. And as soon as that's done, moments later, we're booting up the Gotchiverse for the first time, and we'll be going live in Gotchiverse 3D. So that's going to be the celebration, kind of end-of-year celebration, and celebrate the progress made on the Gotchiverse development. This will be the very first time we're all hopping in the Gotchiverse together. And here you can see just this week, we started the week by releasing the trailer and a kind of announcement posts across our socials. And here you can see some shots of me and the devs hanging out in the Gotchiverse as we battle tested and checked out all the features we've designed. And there's going to be a lot of great stuff going on in there. I think you guys will really enjoy exploring the world and the features that we built into this first release of GB 3D. What do you think, No Future? Sounds like a good weekend, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wake up early to try to make sure my spot is solidified on the leaderboard, because I mean it's play to earn. You're potentially earning Ghost, but you're also earning potential spins towards a TGE. So I love that, trying to get some points. And then after that, we can jump into the Gotchiverse, fly around a little, do a little bit of some photography, which is really exciting for me, and just get to play with my friends and maybe do a little dancey dance.
Yeah, that's right up your alley. I understand you're quite a photographer yourself. And yeah, we're calling them the Gotchigram NFTs. These are Gotchigrams. These are photos that will live forever on the Geist blockchain. And instead of us just making some commemorative NFT for everybody to capture at the launch party, we thought it would be far more interesting if it was a bit of a UGC, where you guys leave your imprint on the Gotchiverse day one. All the OGs that attend, you can take up to 2 photos per account, just like this one here, and they will be minted on chain and delivered to your player profile, to your wallet, shortly after, in the days following the event. So this is kind of our first time trying to do something like this, but I thought it was just way more grassroots, way more organic to have the content generated from the first party be from the people. So I'm really excited to see how that plays out, and hopefully we get some good shots. So yeah, we got the Gotchigrams, and then if you are a Geist member, Geist members have access to an additional mint. That one is an exclusive for all Geist members attending the event. They can go to the DAO Center. This is a building in the Gotchiverse dedicated to the Aavegotchi DAO. Go inside that building, find the computer terminal that says Geist on it, and that Geist terminal will, after you interact with it, you'll be whitelisted for the postcard mint. And this is also a commemorative piece exclusive to Geist members who attend the first party. So we got the dance party. I myself, my background is also in music, and I'm really excited to show off about 8 or 9 new tracks that will party the first half of this launch party in the dance hall here. And those will also be minted on Geist in the near future. So it's more of an example. Like here you can see the artist name and the track title. All that metadata, the music, will be minted on Geist as a collectible music NFT. And we're looking for great ways for the Gotchiverse to host this kind of UGC. So fake Gotchi artwork, music, kind of sky's the limit. We want to make the Gotchiverse as UGC focused as possible, so that you guys are building the Gotchis collectively are building the Gotchiverse. So yeah, I look forward to previewing those songs. We'll dance our little Gotchi booties off all through to those 8 tracks, and then explore the rest of the world. So Saturday's the place to be. Aavegotchi.com, 9 a.m. Everything starts in the Gotchiverse. And like I said, the Reckless tournament ends at that same exact hour. So play your Reckless and then go and relax and enjoy the leisure of a 3D Gotchiverse. And we'll all be chatting through all of this on stage in our Discord right there, discord.gg/Aavegotchi. Cool. So super stoked for that. That's Saturday, December 21 from 2 to 10 p.m. UTC. I guess the last point on that is it's a launch party. We're going to party hard for the first hour all together during that community call. And then we're leaving the Gotchiverse open. You can go and explore it. But as you can see, it's a vast world. So we'll see how the numbers are, but you might want to really join that first hour if possible, just for the full social experience that it's designed for. But we will leave the cameras spawning for the mint for a full 8 hours, because I know there's some time zones that simply will not be able to attend in any reasonable way. And we still want you to be able to participate in the mint. So you may not get the big group shots, or you may, who knows, maybe it'll be filled all the time. Who knows? We got a big mail list to send this out to, these invitations. But in any case, you'll be able to collect cameras and take photos from 2 to 10 p.m. UTC Saturday. So basically an 8-hour window for everybody to find time to hop in and check out the Gotchiverse. Just like Reckless, this is a browser-based game. You don't have to download anything. You're just going to hop in, connect your wallet. You can play with a Gotchi. You can play without a Gotchi. You can just be a guest. And we'll give you a free naked Aavegotchi on the house to just roam around and try things out with. So a lot of ways to play. And yeah, can't wait to see you there. No Future, you'll be on stage with me at the dance party. Yeah, Saturday's good.
I'm ready to dance. Also, just want to bring up because it happened after our last alpha hour. You now, if you have a ledger or any Geist membership, you can delegate to another wallet. Only one, but if you're using a ledger, you can have your hot wallet if that's where you were doing most of your activity, especially for Reckless or now with this Gotchiverse 3D. You can delegate it to your hot wallet so you don't have to use your ledger to enter. So just make sure to check out the announcements in the Discord. It will make it a lot easier for you if you are using a ledger and you have your Gotchis there, and that's where your membership was stored.
Beautiful. Yeah, good shout. And that's a nice update. Otherwise, those ledgers buttons are going to exhaust themselves way ahead of schedule. Ledger probably... A lot of these were released before like crypto gaming really took off. They probably weren't anticipating, 10 transactions every play session or something. Cool. You can see here that badge quest screen that was just on screen there. There's about, I think it's 8 badges to earn during the launch party. So again, if you're playing for the TGE, you want to get those Gotchi spins, get those Gotchi points. That's how you're going to get them in the Gotchiverse. And if there's, let's say it's eight badges, there are a few of those that really would be literally like technically impossible to earn if you weren't at the launch party. So there's a few of those that are just for the launch party. If you're not in that 8-hour window, you're not going to be able to earn them later. So you really want to get those event specific badges right up front. And then the other half of those badges are kind of like anytime. You could literally earn those anytime you want. Things like exploring the map, talking to the NPCs, things like that. You can pretty much do that anytime. So yeah, super stoked. We're going to finish strong with this Reckless. We're going to start playing basically a couple hours from now. We're going to play till Saturday. We're going to hop in the Gotchiverse, and then it's almost Christmas time. It's almost holiday time. So we might keep them open depending on how people react and want to play. If you guys want the encore, we might just leave the servers running all through the holidays, and we'll play that part by ear. But I think it is probably a good idea, right? You guys would love to show off the Gotchiverse to friends and family. Crypto is going to come up at your Christmas dinner, so you might as well pivot to Aavegotchi. Be like, yeah, Michael Saylor. But what about the Gotchiverse? Okay, one more beautiful shout out here that we probably should have led with. Look at this. God, it's gorgeous. This is the skin pack that's being included with the winter update for Gotchi Guardians, and definitely frosty vibes. So the thing that they're doing on Gotchi Guardians that I think is so cool is you can get this pack and you get stickers. You get stickers, but you get skins for your towers. You get skins for the monsters that you're fighting, and then you even get skins for the map you're battling on. So they have entire battle map skins. And so the usually green, happy Prong Meadow now appears as a snowy, wintry Prong Meadow. And it'll be really fun to play this on the streams with you guys. We're going to have to join some game nights and compete. And Yeah, yeah, the skins are just gorgeous. They've really, the art team on Gotchi Guardians is kind of ridiculous. They're kind of going out of control. It's too good. They need to chill out. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just a huge fan of that snowman. Probably because it hasn't snowed here yet, and I'm just like, where's the snow? The only place I can get it is in Gotchi Guardians Prong Meadow. Have you played this new skin pack yet? No Future?
No, this is the first I'm seeing it. It looks amazing. I'm just worried that the Gotchi might slip and fall because there's so much snow on the ground.
I didn't think about that. I wonder if there's any physics that are adjusted, maybe more than visuals. Watch your step, little Gotchi. Yeah, we got
it looks amazing.
Tobias hand looking good. It sure is. Welcome to the wintry version. And it just boggles the mind. Like, you can think of so many cool skin packs we could do for what otherwise is like a very beautiful, very pleasant Prong Meadow, like kind of your general green world level 1 type of vibe. And then, like, you saw maybe you caught it there. There's a volcano skin hiding in there for the brute force cactus tower. So there's all sorts of cool things we can do with these skins, and the team's more than capable of making them at AAA quality, as like visuals. Looking great. I agree with Tobias here. So yeah, any final thoughts here, Thrax? We've got like Thrax says, so many things coming together at once. So No Future. Any other thoughts here, or other things we need to cover on the gaming front? If not, we can do kind of a last wrap up and look at what the Dow's cooking up to end the year.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking forward to the Reckless tournament that's going to happen. Also for Gotchi Guardians, there will be a holiday event happening from December 24th to December 31st. You got to end out the year strong, and where you can unlock exclusive avatar and festive stickers. Plus, there's a new overtime mechanic to keep the matches exciting and prevent endless battles. I know how like some of you guys want to strategize and play this game all night, but you got to let the match end. So yeah, some exciting updates coming. Definitely stay tuned for that holiday event if you want to jump in, and maybe while you're showing your family, Aavegotchi at Christmas, you can also show them how you're winning your Gotchi Guardians battle.
Totally, absolutely, yeah. There's actually like, you can, heck, if you got an iOS Apple phone, download Licky's Escape, and you got you're set on all devices with Gotchi gear this year. So yeah, very cool. Glad to see Gotchi Guardians with these rewards and this campaign running through the holiday season. So this is your set. You're cozy through the rest of the year. Well, with that, guys, I'm literally going to hop back into the chat, go back into the boiler room, as we call it, and get this launch greenlit for Reckless. So we want to get out in the next couple hours and play all the way through till Saturday. Be on the lookout for that. Just go to Aavegotchi.com. You'll see the updates as soon as things are live. Just go to Aavegotchi.com. You'll see everything you need right there. And if not there, see you in the Discord. So I think that's about it. But I did want to ask, you mentioned that there was some funding that got approved on the DAO side for Gotchi Greedors and ETH Denver next year. Anything else going on the DAO side that we need to call out, people might want to be aware of?
Yeah, there's one active proposal. It's an important one. It's AGIP 141 Rarity Farming Season 10. It just launched a couple days ago. Quorum is not nearly met, but like resounding yes vote for Rarity Farming Season 10. This vote is open until December 30th, so make sure you get your vote in before the end of that Gotchi Guardians holiday event. And this will basically kick off the 10th season of Rarity Farming on January 6th with a total of 1.5 million ghosts up for grabs for your rare Gotchis, those top 7,500 in XP, BRS, and Kinship. I don't think there were any other. Nope, we just had the SIG prop end for Rarity Farming Season 10. We also have the renewal and election of DAO facilitators role that ended a few days ago, as well as the nominations for DAO directors. There is a Discord forum chat that if you do want to nominate yourself to be a DAO director, you should hop in there and drop your name, make your case, because I believe an election is going to be coming through very soon. So stay tuned for that, friends.
Awesome. That's a great overview. Good shout out here on the visuals too. Check out the merch shop. Still a little time. I don't know if you'll get it before Christmas at this point, but I got my order in and I'm expecting it to deliver any day now. I need my blue Christmas knit sweater. So it's so good. I got to complete my collection. Hold on one second. I'll grab it. Like what I'm talking about here. I still got these bad boys from last year. I got one that I wear, and then one just because I got to keep it nice and fresh. Someday I'll bust it out. These are always good. Love to see it. So if you want yours, the merch store is live. It's the brand new product line, just launched probably 2 weeks ago now, but relatively speaking, very, very new materials here, all there for your, you can spend your Ghost if you want. I believe it supports Ghost. So there we go, sir. Well, great overview of everything, not just the DAO stuff, but how we did the first half of the show. Very excited for all the games that are in the pipeline. Can't wait to play them on Geist. And again, just finishing the year super strong. Guardians looking as AAA as ever. Gotchiverse, going to be a great time. We're going to, I think when you leave the Gotchiverse party, my hope is that the team's hope is that you see 1,000 ideas come to you throughout that experience and be like, oh, this is what's possible now. Like we could do so many things in so many ways. And I'm speaking to the modularity of the game, where we can build different mini games, different challenges, different tournaments on top of this social kind of layer that we're initially showing off. So hope that's how it goes. We're very excited for it. And in the meantime, just be near your computer this afternoon. There it is. Our Lightning Reckless will be going live here on base in just a few moments. And let me just, while you guys are all kind enough to be here with me, I might as well check the DMs, check the team chat. And I see them talking in here. I think we're probably less than an hour away. We'll see. But they're cooking. It's looking good. So yeah, hope to have that up and live very soon. Thank you all for being with me at this midweek juncture, and we will not see you next week. This is the last show of the year. I really appreciate everybody who's been tuning in consistently. No Future, you've been a great co-host. We've had a great time running this, and I think we've spoken a bit about there's a lot more we can do to scale this up next year as these games mature and the show matures. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody. And we will see you all in the Gotchiverse, I hope, this Saturday and across all the other Aavegotchi experiences happening. So we'll still be together. See you guys. Thanks, No Future.
Yeah, thank you. Happy holidays, everyone.
Cheers.